Hey guys, my name is Shannon and I'll be looking at the question, what are the most important factors in attention, learning, and persuasion? When it comes to marketing a product, being able to understand the way these factors apply to how you advertise a product can make a big difference. Starting with persuasion, I'm sure most everybody is familiar with this concept considering you use it every day. Just like you would use persuasion and convince your friend to see a specific movie, companies use persuasion in the form of advertising to convince customers to buy their products or services. Persuasion can be broken down into four basic parts, beginning with the source, or the person who wants something they don't have. The second part is the goal, because persuasion is goal-directed. The third part is the message the persuader is trying to relay to the fourth part, which is the audience. For example, if my friend Ashley was trying to start her own business but needed money to move forward, she would decide that 1, she needs the money in order to purchase more products to sell, so she would most likely reach out to a bank or an investor. She would be considered the source. Her goal is to obtain the money. Her message is asking for the money, and her audience would be the bank or the investor. When it comes to advertising, the same concept applies. Think about a commercial that really stood out to you, or a time you weren't hungry until the advertisement for Applebee's came on the television, and all of a sudden you're persuaded to go get a burger with your friends this next weekend. Social scientists have and still conduct thousands of experiments that look into the nature of persuasion. With that, understanding persuasion and how to use it effectively makes it extremely important in the world of marketing. When it comes to attention, the factors that affect our attention are relevance, credibility, headlines, layout, and graphics and artwork. Tying into marketing and advertising, if you can think of a specific Super Bowl commercial that stuck with you, that ad did its job. It grabbed your attention. Companies use trigger words and specific layouts to make you think about the commercial long after it's over. Think about how more likely you are to remember a T-Mobile commercial because of its relevance to your life with electronics than a Claritin Clear allergy commercial. Credibility also plays a large role in whether or not you'll give an ad your attention or not. For example, you're probably more willing to watch a commercial about the next Apple product than you would about the next BlackBerry. Not that there's anything wrong with BlackBerry, Apple just has more credibility. The last factor, learning, is important when it comes to knowing your product. Anywhere from learning your target market to learning what they like or don't like is important. With today's advancements in technology and social media, in order for you to reach a specific audience, you'll as a marketer need to learn what the best way to reach them is. You'll need to learn your product so you can market it effectively, and so on and so forth. The three main categories of learning are behaviorism, cognitism, and constructivism. Starting with behaviorism, which in the role of the learner is to describe where learners are basically passive, they are responding to stimuli. The second category is cognitivism, where learners process, store, and retrieve information for later use, creating associations and creating a knowledge set useful for living. The last category, constructivism, where learning is an active process in which learners construct new ideas based upon their current or past knowledge. With that being said, learning is an important concept when marketing a product. Circling back to persuasion, we learned how being able to use it effectively when targeting an audience is useful when trying to sell a product. If you look around, most ad campaigns use the power of persuasion one way or another, whether it be using a celebrity to persuade you to buy a certain brand of speaker, or running a campaign that could personally relate to you, just to make you feel like they understand. It comes in all shapes and forms. Using their technologies to grab your attention through credibility, detail, design, or anything that's appealing or stands out to the average person is an important concept to learn as well. When you think about how the Super Bowl commercials put their ads together, the majority of them use some bizarre way to catch your attention, with the hopes that you'll be thinking about their commercial for days after it aired, which will cause you to think about the company in the back of your mind. When learning about a product or your audience, it is important to be up to date if you want a successful result.